Hey Spuddies, Potato Whiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6 as Greece. Working on our little bit of a diplomacy victory. I gotta say, I'm kind of having doubts about actually being able to pull this off, because we need an absurd, and I mean an absurd amount of culture to actually, or not culture, sorry, diplomatic favor to actually pull this off against us. Although no one seems to be earning that much, so maybe we can brute force the next Congress. It may be possible. No, anything is possible if you put your mind to it, so the saying goes. But yeah, I'm not like super doubting right now, but I am having my doubts. But we can start hitting Bologna now. My aircraft carrier isn't too far off where it needs to be. Kaboom and kaboom. We're doing damage to that city. Trying to rack up as much score as humanly possible. We could also get some air attacks on Brazilian infrastructure as a free way to essentially do damage to his civilization. We got our nukes online, which is cool. We're burning 3 uranium here. We're burning a little bit more uranium than we have available, which is fine because I should be able to purchase a little bit of it off of Catherine here. It's only 5 gold per turn for all of that uranium, and that'll give me a really big buffer on my nuke power. Do I do a Manhattan project? I think it's not worth it to do a Manhattan project. Instead, we're just going to spam carbon recapture for as much diplo favor as possible. Settle here for yet more uranium. Yoinkarino, nice production. The good news is we can start working on future civics soon, and every time we research that, we also get 50 diplomatic favor, as well as a governor title, if I remember correctly. So we can fill out our entire governor title selection. Get those bombers hammering Bologna, finally in range. City's taking a beating, as we would hope, and as the Brazilians, I assume they deserve what they're getting. I mean, they killed a city-state. What do you expect? This should be the last turn that we need to bombard Bologna. Get a last shot in, and then we can liberate it. Kaboom. We will liberate it, and then that should be the city-state emergency finished. And the cool thing about liberating a city-state is that depending on the era of the game that you liberated in, you get a certain amount of envoys. So we currently have 9 envoys in Bologna for free, which is really, really great. And I also don't have to care about missions anymore because I like own every city-state on the map. Now, do we see any more coastal cities that we could maybe think about liberating? I think the only one I would maybe consider are some of these like Australian cities up here to the north. Like Perth could be liberated. Toowoomba, I think that's an Australian city. I could be wrong. My God, there's a ton of oil up here in this direction. But yeah, now I see why now I see why nations really, really care about having big old fleets, because it was relatively trivial to get in there and blow open Bologna and liberate it with just like an aircraft carrier and a couple of battleships. Let's go ahead and accept that peace deal. I think we've extracted enough value from him. But yeah, we are officially the world police. We have a navy that has, you know, the capability to liberate cities on the coast. Cool. Emergency 1. Nice. Success. So we picked up 100 diplo favor and 1 gold per turn for each of my envoys. The gold per turn for my envoys isn't super like amazing, but it's still good. And we also got the Estadio de Maracana, or Maracana rather, which means that every single one of my cities, if you look down here, now has positive amenities. Actually, is there a better way to see that? Let's see, where are amenities? Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this positive amenities going on here. Nearly every single city I have has like absurdly high levels of amenities. I really like this report screen. It's really, really cool. You can see what deals you have. You can see what units you have. You can see what policies are, how policies are affecting your cities. Oh, that is so cool. This is the policy screen. It shows all of the policies in the entire game. It also shows off minors, like it shows here. In terms of religious city-states, we're picking up 9, 18, and then 27 faith from being suzerain of Leventa here, I think it is. Then we've got Kabul and Lahore. Wait, was there not another religious city-state? Hold on. F, where's Jerusalem? Oh, it looks like France has killed Jerusalem. Well, you know what? It's time to go world police on France again. So let's, can I afford another aircraft carrier? I can. So if I just come over here, purchase myself 2 more bombers, 1 bomber and then 2 bombers, then I just need an aircraft carrier. And I'll make it an armada, but I think I'm going to make the aircraft carrier over here, actually. Then I just need, like, a little bit of support units to liberate Jerusalem from France. So let's denounce France, as expected, because I have grievances against them. It'll take me a few turns to get over there and liberate Jerusalem, because that's a lot of faith I'm missing out on, because I only have one city-state that I'm suzerain of at the moment, and if I had two, I'd be getting a 15% faith boost across my entire empire. So it would also be good for me to look for and spot any more city-states that might be liberatable. I don't see a huge amount of them, but it's likely there's a couple that France have done damage to, but I know for sure that Jerusalem is one. I'm pretty much building industrial zones everywhere I can right now because I want to run as much of these carbon captures as I can, because that's just gonna, you know, absolutely skyrocket the amount of diplomatic favor I'm making. Like, I'm making 60 diplo favor per turn passively, but I should be making way more than that because I'm running. Oh, I accidentally deleted the tile. Rip. Because I'll be making more from those carbon recapture projects. I guess since we forced war upon Brazil, we'll also force them to give us open borders for money. Just really flexing that military muscle at the moment. We grabbed Mary Catherine Goddard, and I kind of want to prevent someone from getting Stamford Raffles, because that will eat a city-state, and I really don't want that. So I'm just going to go grab him as well. They can have these other ones as well. But the cool thing is, since I don't plan to actually use him to absorb a city-state, I could potentially get another corporation. Now, if I was going for a corporation, what one would I go for? I feel like a bees corporation could be fun. So I'll pop that down here. That's right, we have just founded the Honey Pop Ooey Gooey Incorporated corporation that is made for honey. Somebody asked me, like, referenced that in one of my live streams recently, so I thought it'd be cool just to, like, you know, throw in a little bit of a reference. Dude, my references are out of control. You know what I need in here? I need like 2 builders, because I just completely forgot to improve these tiles. And it's also, well, I didn't completely forget. It's also been the volcano that's been destroying them, so might be good to get that going. Rebase the second bomber over to the aircraft carrier, and in a few short turns, we'll be at war with France. Oh, yes, amazing. Let us add this proposal. We can get another city-state emergency. So we have the Honey Monopoly or Corporation. Maybe it would be good to get the Amber Corporation, or even Pearls. Where else do I have corporations? I think I'll just go for the Amber. Let's do the Amber Corporation. Kaboom. We'll call this Jurassic Park Amber, because this is, of course, naturally where they get the amber to make the dinosaurs. Oh, yes, this is exactly what we want. We definitely want this aid request to pass. I'm going to put, like, there's 8 people in the game, so if everyone votes it down, so I'll put in 8 votes to make sure it goes through, and I'll do the same thing with the city-state emergency. I'm okay with spending 280 diplomatic favor here for this. Oh, man, am I, though? Maybe I'll put it down to 5. 3 less votes, but, like, a third the diplo favor to commit. Both of them passed with flying colors. Now the aid request is going to be a big one because we have a bajillion gold. So pretty much turn 1, I'm just going to go to Dido and be like, hey, listen, dude, here is like 3,000 gold immediately. That should cover you for now. And then I'll use the rest of my gold to pick up another what are they called again? Destroyer. Oh, I need a little bit more, so I'll be able to get that next turn. And the good news is I'm already at war with France, so I can start training my bombers on her cities. And her cities are actually a lot weaker, so they die pretty easily. The question is it worth it for me to go through and finish out the entire civic tree? You know what? Just for the sake of having the whole thing completed, I will. Got an envoy to spend. It might be fun to get Reina fully upgraded. I don't think I ever appointed Moksha or something, and I guess I'll just throw him somewhere I have a holy site like Corinth. Future era, thanks to researching seasteads. It might actually be a good move to build a few of these on my coastline. There's a decent amount of culture and housing and food that we can get from them. Do I switch to digital democracy? It does make my influence generation more efficient, but I already have enough influence. It would give me a little bit of diplo favor. Like if we look at democracy, I get the trade route stuff. I'd lose 2 economic policy cards, but I would gain 3 wild cards and a diplo card. I feel like digital democracy is a pretty good replacement here. So we'll plug in digital democracy. We're gonna lose a bunch of cards here. I think things are gonna get a bit squirrely. So I definitely want to have Democratic Legacy and Republican Legacy plugged in. I don't think I need Invention quite so much. I should really actually look at what would be good to pick up here. Yeah, I don't know. Democratic Legacy for sure, like I said. E-commerce is interesting. Holy site adjacency maybe is a bit obsolete at this point. Public works is a little bit obsolete too. Market economy might be obsolete. Diplomatic capital feels a bit weak now that I've seen some of the ways you can generate diplomatic favor. I guess Vissel banking is fine to plug in here. With democratic legacy, that'll work out nicely. The thing I need most is like production. So anything that gives me production seems like it's good. Is there like a card for project production? You know what? I'll just plug in back public works. This is the most stacked government I've ever seen. I've got veterancy, sports media, e-commerce, economic union, collective activism, international space station, gunboat diplomacy, visa banking, containment, market economy, invention, Republican legacy, democratic legacy, 5-year plan, and public works. Honestly, the only thing that I could maybe move is invention. But what the hell would I plug in? I guess laissez-faire is like super powered for me, because it'll just churn out a stupid amount of great scientist or great merchant points. I was waiting for my reinforcement destroyer, so I was having actually a really good time using my bombers to like soften up things, and then like melee attacking stuff with my my aircraft carrier to try and get it level ups. I think it's a bit silly that you have to like level up an aircraft carrier by quite literally like affixing a man to the front of it who has a sword, and then like yeeting it into battle. We have minted another Doge coin. I still can't open my Great Work screen. Hold on, let me save and reload the game. No, I guess that's just something. Did I mess up my Great Work screen? Because I can't open it. I've never encountered this bug in my life. Let's grab +1 sight range on this aircraft carrier to allow him to actually scout for our coastal engagements. And we can begin now to bombard Jerusalem because we got a destroyer in range. I want to be the one who captures the city, just because, you know, I want the credit. Aid request with Dido is going well. Still got another 24 turns on that one. The Nobel Peace Prize is popping off here soon. We're going to get a diplomatic victory point, which is great because I think we're on 16 right now. So we're actually super close to winning the game. We're like right on the cusp. The Nobel Peace Prize and the aid request, plus the diplomatic victory point that's hiding in the tech tree. If I haven't already picked it up, that could be just enough to scooch me to the win. Oh no, I already have Seastead, so I got that diplomatic victory point. Damn. My hope is that the AI players, like from slapping out like grievances and stuff like that, and maybe, you know, polluting the world, just really don't have the diplomatic favor income to sustain themselves. And that's kind of what looks like is happening here. There just isn't enough. They're not earning enough diplo favor. A lot of them are stagnant or earning very slowly. And that is actually really, really good for me because I may even be able to force through a vote in the next session. I'll have to do a bit of calculation on how many votes they have. One shot and then pillage and then yeet Jerusalem. We will naturally liberate it. And then maybe I could pressure France a bit. Just do some damage to their civ. I don't know, I'm thinking about it because, you know, there's opportunities here to earn money and stuff from attacking them and killing their units. Triumphed in another city-state emergency. We actually have secured ourselves another golden age, and we're getting like an insane, and I mean insane, amount of diplo favor and governor titles from running the future civic. In fact, we've got Reina now fully promoted. We may actually be able to fully promote all of the governors this game, depending on how things work out for me. We got 20 pop in Knossos actually. I'm surprised by that. I wasn't expecting to hit a 20 pop city this game. Where is Knossos? Oh wow, it's over here. It's the coastal city. Really, really nice. We have nearly 3,000 diplo favor banked right now. I'm wondering if it's worth it to keep running future tech, or should I actually fill out the tech tree? I don't think I need anything in here, do I? Is there like a future? Is there like a tech tree thing that I can look at? Like, what's the future era got? I think it's mostly like upgrades from for the giant death robot, right? Yeah, it's mostly giant death robot stuff. So if we just spam out future techs, we'll start to produce these carpet recaptures even faster, like 5% faster each time we do it, which is really, really cool. All right, so here's the thing. Here is the thing. We're in the World Congress, and we have to do a bit of math, because we have to calculate how many times they can vote down collectively. Japan has 21 diplo favors, so they can vote down 3 times. Catherine has 113 diplo favor, and it takes 100 diplo favor to do 5 votes, so she can vote down 5 times. Dido can do it 7 times, and I think that's the same, because if we let me see, 7 and then 8, so yeah, he can do it 7 times as well. Cleopatra can do it 7 times. Brazil can do it once. Christina can do it 6 times, and John Curtin can do it 2 times. 2 times. So that means in order to overwhelm all of their negative voting, I have to be able to put 37 votes in at the moment, but I can only muster up, you see here. Yeah, I only have 23 votes right now. So that's not good enough. That just really isn't good enough. So I think my best bet is to just vote for something like World's Fair. See if we can't get that diplomatic victory point from there. So I'll put like, what, like 9 votes in there, 360. I'll make it cheaper to produce units with production. I'll put like 9 votes in there. 9 votes really isn't a lot, but it allows me to overpower people who are just going to be putting 1 vote in. So that's why I'm doing that, because they're going to be putting almost all of their diplo favor into eliminating my diplomatic victory points. So if I do this the way that I want, I should be able to prevent things that I don't want by putting in exactly 9 votes. I overpower everyone else because they're going to waste all their diplo favor here. So I may as well just vote down myself. Like it doesn't do anything. So let's see how this turns out. My predictions should be correct. So it turns out I mispredicted mercenary companies, which is bad. I didn't realize they would actually put votes in here. Actually, out of curiosity, how many votes did they put? They only put 30. I could have almost overpowered this had I if I had a little bit more diplo favor. I could have overpowered this, but I 100% win by the next World's Fair because I have an absurd amount of diplomatic influence income, and I'm currently at 17 diplomatic victory points. I'm getting 3, 1 from the aid request here that I plan to win, 1 from the World's Fair that I plan to win. So no matter what, I win in 28 turns, or basically by the time the next World Congress is. So now we get to just kick back. And this is, of all the victory types, I feel like this is the most emblematic of the late game problem that Civ can have, which is where you get to a point where you've won the game and then you're like, what do? And in this case, it's like, do nothing, just wait. Like that's my goal, is I wait. My name is Potato. My job is to wait. Just wait. I guess, for a bit of fun, I could just like go through and purchase builders in a bunch of my cities just to kind of like maximize my end game yields and stuff. It's not necessary, but it is fun. Like I've just been running around building railroads everywhere and running around with a Nancy to yeet out luxuries and stuff like that too. I think we do a little bit more pressure on France and then see if they'll piece me out for monies. So they'll give me 17 gold per turn, which, is pennies compared to what I'm earning right now. I'm making like 3,600 gold just from my city income. Like look at Sparta, right? This city is making 200 gold. This city's making 200 gold, 200 gold. And it's all from like spaceports or seaports and commercial hubs and trade routes. And man, it just feels really good. In a way, I feel like I've won an economic victory here. Because like this is an insane amount of gold per turn. Like look, 3,500 gold per turn. Nobody will be able to match me. I could literally purchase a world-ending army this turn. I could probably purchase a world-ending army every turn until the end of the game because they made unit purchasing 50% off or whatever. Ooh, we got our first Wanganui Manuka honey, which is neat. I can't actually move it, or Fanganui Manuka honey. But yeah, I can't actually move it from here because I have a weird like Great Works bug where I can't open the screen. I know I'm very confused about that one. I've decided to research the entire tech tree just to save me clicks, because that way I don't have to I have to click on more stuff every turn. For the sake of it, because there's an appease the gods emergency going, I'm gonna purchase myself a soothsayer and then just feed in like a couple of like modern armor guys. You know what? I'm gonna do it over in Olympia. Let me go ahead and purchase a soothsayer in here. And then we'll like purchase something really high combat strength to price ratio. Yeah, I think AT army is the thing. It's only 2,600 gold and I can buy 2 of them per turn and feed them into the volcano to win that. Sacrifice an AT crew. It does feel a bit odd. Like I'm not gonna lie. It feels very odd to be sacrificing like men with rocket launchers into a volcano. Feels like we should have maybe grown out of the whole sacrificing people thing as a civilization by now. Although, you never know, maybe there are volcano gods. I guess I do worship volcanoes, so it kind of makes sense. Oh, I kind of zoned out there for about 6 or 7 turns, and apparently we're in the modern era. Most importantly though, that allows me to promote my Elves of Minerva with Ritual. I'm currently making about 3,542 gold per turn on 15,000 gold. So if I plug this in, I'm very curious to see if I refresh here. Yeah, I'm making about 4,000 gold per turn. Well, does it show me? Oh yeah, you only get up to 1,000. Oh, you can only get up to 1,000 interest. Interesting. So once I get to, is it 30,000 gold? Maybe like 33.33 gold, I won't get any more interest. Compound interest, kids. It is a powerful force, and that is why you gotta cap it. But yeah, mostly just been sitting here promoting my spies, just, you know, placing great works, yeeting units into a volcano, because we are currently leading the thing. I've thrown it an unfathomable amount of modern AT crews into this volcano. Endless droves of men have been driven, you know, to sacrifice themselves so I can, you know, get a very, very mild bonus of a free soothsayer and a round. Like, I have spent, okay, like to put this in perspective, a soothsayer right now costs me about 300 faith. I have thrown like maybe 15,000 gold worth of units into this volcano to get a free soothsayer. I think at this point, I think I went a little bit too far. Like, maybe just a scooch too far on the whole throw units into volcanoes thing. Everyone keeps trying to get me to joint war Pedro. No, I like Pedro. Pedro for president, class president. Wait, who killed Hattusa? Hang on. Hattusa? Wait, somebody deleted Hattusa. I'm upset. They've killed my city-state. I don't remember where Hattusa was, but I know somebody has killed them. Did I spell it wrong? No, I spelled it right. Someone just murdered Hattusa, right? Good shit, dude. Not that it matters too much. 30 turns until I win a tourism victory by accident. Why am I getting so much tourism? I didn't even go for monopolies this game. But on the other hand, it's 18 turns until I win the game from diplomacy. There is a sense of inevitability to this. Like, I'm going to win, and it's just like, it's gonna happen. You just have to, like, wait it out. But it's just like 17 turns. I mean, I guess theoretically, I could just mash end turn over and over and over, and I would achieve the same result. But, you know, that's not in the spirit of the game. I feel like it's more in the spirit of the game if you actually play out those last turns. I don't know, maybe that's just my take. Maybe it's a dumb take, all right? I'm willing to accept that it may actually be a dumb take. Because it probably is. Let's be real. It's me making the take, ergo, take is likely dumb. I mean, that's a simple calculus that I use in my life. If I'm the one making a take, it's probably a bad take. And I feel like if we all adopted this take, like this, you know, philosophical view of the world, I feel like we would have a lot less people you know, spouting their bad takes really, really self-assuredly. But yeah, there it is again. But again, can you even trust that? Because that is technically a take coming from me, and from my worldview, any take I give is bad. So if I think any take I give is bad, should you also think that my takes are bad? Because if I don't even trust my own takes and I'm giving them to you, well, you'd be like, well, who is this guy? He's giving takes that he doesn't even think are good. Take a moment to you know, wrap that around your noodle here while while I try to finish the game. I almost just like autopiloted caused a disaster here, which I really don't want a disaster there. So it's good that that didn't happen. You know, fun fact about James Joyce. I'm pretty sure it was either James Joyce or Oscar Wilde who really liked sniffing farts. Fun fact with Potato. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Let's. I've got 16 turns until I win. I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel here for commentary. Listen. Yes. Thank you, Potato. Thank you for the information. James Joyce, a fart sniffer. Yes, I'm also an intellectual. Wait, no, I don't mean I'm an intellectual in that I also huff farts. I mean that, like, this is the kind of historical fact that you really enjoy. Listen. I'm not a fart huffer, okay? That's like weird. James Joyce, though, I'm pretty sure he was a fart huffer. Hey, we got another great merchantirino. Oh, I don't have enough tobacco. Maybe I can do a pearls industry. I'm single-handedly trying to save the world here from CO2. I have negative 1,500 CO2 contribution, but the world is still like headlong barreling through towards the apocalypse. This, you know what? This feels too real. I personally, I'm working really hard. It's like, guys, we gotta save the environment. You can't let the forests burn down. You can't let all these bad things happen. And then there's like some dude, like just in the middle of nowhere, like literally burning oil to like heat his truck before he gets into it, and then, you know, eats like endangered species for every meal. And I'm like, no! Neat, we're officially getting the full interest on our treasury, 1,000 gold per turn extra, which basically means we have 1,000 gold per turn that we can just slap into whatever we feel like. And it has no repercussions, because we're getting that as income, and there's no need for interest anymore. What am I going to do with 1,000 gold per turn? I actually, you know, I had an idea there to use it on something, and then I totally forgot. All right, let's just make Pearl Necklace Incorporated so that we can start producing these very nice products that everyone wants. Hey, listen, if you don't want to buy them, you don't have to, okay? Oh man, again, scraping the bottom of the barrel for entertainment, because It's end turn time. That's it, baby. We're on the end turn times. All right. So speaking of end times, we did actually win the Appease the Gods. So I get a free soothsayer, and he has a promotion of enemy cities are automatically besieged. That would be really useful if I was doing a domination game. I'm not, so it's not great, but you know, I'll take it. All right. It's the final turn of the aid request, and just for the sake of making sure that we 100% win it, I'm just going to go in here and slap another 5k gold at Dido. Just in case someone does like, last turn shenanigans and throws a bunch of gold at her. I should be protected from that. Plus, it'll make the game interesting. Boom. Aid request complete. 2 diplomatic victory points slotted in right where they belong. I should get them next turn. You don't get them the turn that you win. You get them the turn afterwards. I've also been stealing all the great people that help people do space race projects. And my hope is that by doing this, I significantly slow down anyone else trying to go for a science victory. Boom. Aid request complete. 2 diplomatic victory points. Swing. Come up here. And we got 2 points from that. We're 1 point away. That's it. All we need is for the World's Fair to complete, and we got it in the bag. It's 8 turns, 8 grueling turns of pressing end turn. But the interesting thing here too now is that anything that like happens, like anything that finishes like 8 turns from now is literally irrelevant to me. Because I can be like, doesn't matter, because it's happening when the game is over. Well, 5 more turns. The cool thing is, even if I wasn't winning here, I have enough Diplo favor now banked up to where I could just straight up brute force. I could brute force a what you call it? What do you call those things? World Congress. Yeah, I could just brute force a World Congress right now and have absolutely 0 problems. I almost have every single governor in the game fully promoted, which is something I've never achieved before. Very, very cool. This game has had a lot of firsts in it, and also it's actually just generally been an interesting game. I really do feel like the holy side here with work ethic actually propelled me ahead to like a ridiculous degree, because I was able to get so many wonders and cities out without really any problem. And then the fact that my like cultural buildings or my culture districts were half price and gave me insane culture. This has just been such an interesting and fun game in terms of like just experiencing the different things that happened. I am missing a ton of production in my capital because I, failed to rebuild these mines. But listen, at this point of the game, it doesn't matter, right? There's two turns left in the game. I'm not rebuilding these mines, all right? I'm trying to get through this, not like hang on as long as possible. I'm just shy of hitting that 100,000 gold mark, actually, which I think when we were doing a live stream there a while back, and I think in the live stream we said if I could hit 100,000 gold, I basically won the game. Which is interesting in that I'm about to hit both sort of my quote-unquote win conditions on a single turn. I don't know, it's just an interesting thought. Worth rolling around the little noggin that you guys have. And I'm not too far off a culture victory. So all in all, very, very cool game. Cool story, bro. Brazil has denounced you. Brazil has denounced you. World's Fair ends. Mega colossal eruption. Again, really want a mod that plays metal when this happens. I'll just need some of that like Metalopolis. Oh my god, I can't say it. Metalopolis. Oh my god, I can't say it, dude. The music from that one TV show. Just then some dude just going like, that's what needs to happen when the volcano erupts. You can't tell me I'm wrong. I'm right. I know I'm right. Everyone knows it should happen. All right. The only person in denial is you. All right. Here we go. Windscreen, boys. Woo! Yeah, that was me gently clapping. It probably sounded like something else, to be honest, which, in retrospect, probably wasn't the best move. Alrighty, come on. Give me my win. Mega loss eruption. Morbus, can you find like? Hey, listen, Morbus, can you find like some royalty-free memes and like play it over the volcanoes? Anyway, look, we won. I love you all. This is great. We won a diplomacy victory. Look at our ranking. All right, this is actually the highest ranking I've ever been in a game, and you know why? Because the game took forever. It took forever. What I really like though is if we go to player culture here, look at this culture, dude. Oh my god, Greece is insane. legitimately ridiculous civilization. Like player gold also. There was kind of like ah, look, he's kind of ahead. And then there's like boop, Big Ben, shump, spend. I had nearly 100,000 gold at the end there. That's crazy. Look at my science too. I'm just kind of squeaking along, and then it's like broop. Oh, look, you can see where I picked up International Space Station. Shump, straight to the top. Player faith too. I had a pretty consistent faith income that game actually, which is neat. Look at the score. I was actually ahead in score by turn 130. I think that had to do with all the wonders I built. I built a lot more wonders than usual here. Yeah, like look, I had a pretty consistent wonder construction plan until the late game when I just stopped caring about wonders. But like, look. That's way more wonders than I ever built. I built like 13 wonders that game. It's kind of crazy. How many units did I kill? Not that many, to be fair. I also didn't lose too many. I know I lost a few. There was like a couple of random instances. I think I lost a unit to like a volcano or something early. And then I lost a unit to a couple barbs or something too. Total religions founded. Actually, I was on the same turn Hojo founded a religion. I founded a religion. Very interesting. So I was one of the last people to get a religion this game. Wars declared. Very few wars declared this game. And oh my god, Brazil, what were you doing? How many war declarations? Wait, hang on. How is there only this many wars declared? But Brazil, oh, I guess do city-states count? Yeah, maybe city-states count. Is this when I declared war in Brazil and all of my city-states also declared? Hang on. If I turn on these guys. Yeah, I think that's what's happening there. So like when I declared war in Brazil and France, all of my city-states joined in on the war. So it was just like boof. And everyone dogpiled. Look at these total governor titles. You can tell when I start researching the end of the civic tree tech, because it's just like bloop, 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 bloop. And off we go to the races. Cities founded. I actually, wow, I didn't expect to have founded the most cities this game. I thought other players, because I really wasn't focusing on city founding. Definitely built the most buildings though. God damn, look at that. Anyway, that's going to be it for this series. I did what you guys asked. I did a diplomacy victory as Greece. I love you all very much. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!